Hello everyone, it is TooAwesome here with another video, and My Dress Up Darling is a show that I watched. My Dress Up Darling is a romantic comedy slice of life blend that first aired on January 9th of 2022, and before I started watching, I heard quite a bit about it. Not even heard, but saw as well. I was watching Attack on Titan weekly, and I kept seeing the charts for the most popular show that week, and My Dress Up Darling was always second, if not first, for a few weeks. So it got me thinking and pushed me to test if this show lives up to the hype. So I think the story is a pretty good place to start. My Dress Up Darling follows our main character Wakana Gojo, a Hina doll maker who doesn't really have that many friends, since Wakana partakes in a kinda obscure and different pastime, that being, making dolls. He never really clicked with any people, and honestly, I like this aspect of the show. I like seeing a character have a passion that not many people around him understood, and you see this in our other main lead, Marin Kitigawa, sorry if I butcher that, the dress up darling herself. Marin actually cosplays, which also has her a bit misunderstood, but she still is able to make friends and the like. I mean, she's pretty popular, so I guess that's a perk of being canonically pretty, but she teams up with Gojo, the doll maker, who also knows how to sew, and together they make this cosplayer and maker duo, which is kind of cute. She sort of appreciates his passions and he likes being useful and spending time with someone, so it works out pretty well. And from there, well, that's basically the show. They cosplay and make the costumes together, they hang out and do stuff. From here, it's sort of like typical slice of life with just a whole cosplay spin, and I actually liked the whole cosplay side. I don't think I've ever seen an anime go over that sort of thing, so it definitely was unique in that aspect, yet I will say the romance is a little iffy. I mean, I just came off of Horimiya and the stuff in that show was great, so to sort of regress and go back to this childish sort of love, like getting all flustered and all that, is a little frustrating, although I will give it up to Marin. She was pretty out there, which made it kind of bearable and sets this show apart from its counterparts, at least a little. I mean, she was kind of making moves, which is nice to see. This show was also a comedy, so there's that. I actually didn't think this show was all that funny. I mean, there were a few times where I laughed, but for the most part, I didn't really find it that crazy. Most of the humor falls into this fan service-y type area, and I'm not really the biggest fan of that. Plus, there was just a lot of fan service here in general, which I probably should have expected. It was more bearable than a lot of its counterparts because you kinda expect it more, I mean, with the title being named that and all. So I was at least ready for it. I mean, it's fine, I don't hate it. Can't say I love it either, but it was tolerable, I guess. Overall, I feel like that's what this show is to me. Tolerable. It wasn't super funny or super cute or even all that interesting. It simply allowed for me to pass the time, which it did well. It does its thing, and I was biding time for other shows I was watching to get good, so I guess My Dress Up Darling did its job. I will say though, the animation was actually really good at times, like way better than a lot of these other shows that sit in the same category. Overall, this show was fine. I said it before, so I'm not going to repeat it again. It's just that I'm not liking this genre as much as I did. I mean, the more shows I watch like this, the more the novelty wears off. I started with Rent-A-Girlfriend, and from there, each show I've watched like this has just gotten worse. I'm sort of getting used to the tropes, and they don't really excite me anymore. I would say the show is mid, but there were some parts that I genuinely really enjoyed, and some aspects that I thought were unique. So I'm going to give My Dress Up Darling a solid 6 out of 10. I thought it was fine watch, and if you need something to pass the time, this does the trick. Also, the outro slaps, it's so good. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments of your own, make sure to leave them down below. Trust me, I read them. Also, if I sound different or weird, I'm recording this in like a hotel room, so there's that. If you have any, oh, look at this graph. Okay, but as always, stay awesome, TooAwesome, thanks for watching.